Wait, so can other contestants see my whatchamacallit?
No, no, no. They won't be able to see any of this stuff until after the game. But what's up, everybody? Welcome back to I Want Entertainment. We are here, iS38 Milan, with Castaway from the Zafiro tribe, Miss Rae. So Rae, I know you're from a different community. You're not from like the Facebook area. You're not from the Skype area. What was your initial thoughts on like seeing the cast reveal, Rocky's day one opening? Bring me back to a day and a half ago.
It was cool. I mean, it was really cool. I remember when Rocky slid into my Twitter DMs. I mean, who wouldn't? No, I'm playing. But I was really excited about like the game and the video that you guys like put together. And I was like, this seems really interesting. So I mean, my little thumb was just like refreshing, looking at all the meet me's because I was so excited to like see the cast and see how many of us were there. The Florida Tribe stuff, I feel like Jeff is shaking in his boots right now, and he's like, write that down right now. It was pretty iconic, and it's been pretty nice actually. I really like my tribe so far, so I'm hoping we don't go to tribal council, but I'm not afraid to take a white boy out if I have to, just not Maddie. I love Maddie.
This is completely besides the point. It has nothing to do with anything you just said, but I forgot to mention this.
No worries.
You know Rob Winchurch, right? He's a host in the Twitter world. I think because he messaged us and was like, I see that you guys are casting. There is somebody really great
Rob
on Twitter.
James.
Yes, Rob James. Yes. And he said, y'all need to get, he gave us your Twitter tag, which was Dead Poopy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like, you need to recruit Dead Poopy. And I was like, we need Dead Poopy.
Oh my god. Rob is so sweet. We played the mole together, which was ran by two other hosts on Twitter, Gabby and Feb, and they did amazing. It was so fun. I actually had strep throat that day. So like, you know, I did my best. But he was super nice. And when I told him, because I kind of know he was like versed in this stuff, I was like, hey, looks like
you know he used to he used to host this, right? With me.
He hosted? I know he played. I didn't know he hosted.
Yeah, he played season 12, got fourth place, came back for All Stars 2, Heroes versus Villains. Season 14, he won, and then 15, 16, 17, all the way to 29, he hosted with me.
That's crazy. And then I just like freaking was like, hey, do you know anything about this? And he's like, that's crazy. Oh man, he was like, I could put a good word in for you. And I was like, oh Rob, you don't have to do that. But then he already did. And I was like, you're too nice to me, Rob. You're too nice.
Love him. He's still doing proud work from beyond the grave.
From beyond the grave. Well, he runs quite a few things still too. And he
Mhm,
always
Castaway.
he always has these creative projects. So it's really cool to see what he's doing.
Yeah, he is amazing. I just wanted to mention that because, you know, shout out to pretty much your recruiter, essentially.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. I'll do my best for you, Rob. It's all for you, baby. Okay, partly it's for me, but it's also for you too. And out.
So let's talk about your tribe mates. Go through them, maybe first impressions and your potential to work with them and or want them out.
Right. So I guess I'll just go down the list. Let me open up my chats and see like who. So Maddie, oh my god, I love Maddie. When the cast reveal came, I was like, this is a lot of white men. We're gonna need to start taking them out. To be fair, one white man's too much for me. Sorry, white men out there, but it's okay. You have tons of privileges over me. Don't worry about it. But when I saw Maddie, I immediately got like these warm vibes. And like he is just like so sweet and so cool. I really like him. And I think he's just a good guy. You know what I mean? Like I get good vibes from him. Owen and Tim, I don't know that well. And that, I mean, I kind of have tried reaching out to them. I know they've been kind of busy with other stuff, and some people just aren't that talkative. Tim seems really sweet. I mean, they seem like nice guys, right? I just like I think part of me does want to kind of like make sure that somebody female leaning isn't voted out first. I just feel like that natural like sense of protection. Um but I know Robin actually. Robin and I are Twitter mutuals, and I really like Robin. I was so excited to see them in this, and I was really hoping we could align. We're obviously keeping that we know each other on the DL because, like, you know, we don't want to be coined as like a pair and then like have that target us. Rachel seems really sweet, but the girl's been in Nashville drinking her ass off, so I don't know that much about her. I think right now, like I did kind of form an alliance of like all the like femmes and like the group to kind of like vote together, which would be nice if it like stuck. But I think my main two right now have ended up being Robin and Maddie, quite honestly, just because like I know them, I've talked to them, and like I ended up really liking Maddie.
Okay. Now let's talk about the lights out twist. We're in a bunker. It's kind of dreary and dark. And because, you know, network cut our budget, sadly, this season, we only have the generator right before tribal council, and that's going to illuminate the results of the immunity. How do you think, not knowing if your tribe won or lost until, you know, the 11th hour, how is that going to play into this season strategy dynamic?
Well, my makeup is not going to serve like it usually does. I mean, I'm not wearing any right now, so y'all just going to have to get used to it. Unfortunately, I will not be serving as much cunt as I would like this season, but it's okay. I will find other ways to serve. But besides that, um, I know Tim has talked to me and he's like, "Oh, I'm so nervous. What if we have to go tribal? What if we have to go tribal?" And he said he didn't do that well in the challenge. So I guess I'd be nervous too if I felt like I didn't do well. I felt like I ate it pretty well. I mean, like I got tricked by a trick question, but I'm only human. Who doesn't? Um, I mean, yeah, I mean, you're just gonna always assume and strategize like that you are going to tribal, right? And I think after the challenge is done tonight, like once the cutoff and everyone's like done it, I think a lot of people are going to start going to game mode. I know I'm going to be checking in. I've already texted a few people like, "Hey, how are you today?" You know, and I think I already talked to Robin a little bit about how they feel about kind of like people. Um, and I was thinking about how to approach that with Maddie as well to see where his head is at. But yeah, no one wants to be first boot, especially and like with the tribal only being 20 minutes and like no, I mean 20-minute warning. Like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. That's gonna be chaotic. And like I think you really have to like pick your words carefully, especially now. Cause like you don't want to, especially for text, because you don't want to seem too aggressive or anything like that, right? Um, and I don't want to come off as too much of a strategist because, like, for all I know, the five of them could all be in a chat without me right now, and they could be like, "Ray's gone, first boot, let's go." Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's the one we're gonna vote out. Like, that's for all I know. So it's always like taking a grain of salt and thinking about what's best for your game, right? I would love to go to the end of Robin, and I really want to work with Maddie, and I would love to be able to protect Rachel. So that leaves Owen and Tim. But they're nice guys too. So I'm just kind of hoping that we don't have to go to tribal and I'll get to know them more and maybe I'll be more solidified in my choice. But I
Let's
haven't
play. Let's play hypotheticals. Let's say right now, Rae, tribal council. I need a vote. Who are you voting out?
oh my God. Oh, maybe, maybe just Tim, just because he expressed that he wasn't the most confident in the challenge. You know what I
Fair.
mean?
It's fair. I mean, with if tribal council was right now, it'd be less than 48 hours since the game started. So there's only so much information that you can base your vote on.
That's the hard part too, right? Like, um, if we would go to tribal right now, it'd be like there wouldn't be that much to go off of. Um, Even though I have to say something, because like when Maddie was trying to be helpful with the challenge, and then Rachel's little drunk bum comes up and goes, "Oh well." why don't we, I think you need to take more notes on this and this. I'm like, girl, maybe you need to take the drink down and add to the notes if you're going to criticize. Okay. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you're going to say something, add something. You know what I mean? Like, I had to kind of defend Maddie there. I had to be like, look, these were the hints. And I think you did a great job. This spreadsheet is amazing. It's way better than the crappy little notes I did. I was happy with them and they helped me. So there you go. I just felt like I had to defend my boy like that.
Just had to get that out.
I did. That was bothering me. I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm sure you're a lovely person outside of this game and everything like that. But when you did that, I was like, no, I have to defend Maddie. I have to. Because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to put like all of your effort into something like that. And then somebody who's like not even really actively contributing to be like, oh, well, you should add this. Like, no, you should step up. That's all I'm saying.
Hilarious. Typically, like most of the time, I'm not going to be the only one here, and will be my opportunity to let the other prod members chime in. But everybody is busy right now. Is there anything else that you have on your mind that you've been just like meaning to get out right now that I haven't touched on?
Yeah. I mean, not to be like a bitch, but my Meet Me video kind of was the coolest, and I did serve the most cunt.
So it was, and yours was the easiest to edit. Like I didn't have to literally do I didn't have to do anything essentially to it.
I'm so glad. See, so there you go. So to any fans I have out there, love you guys. To any haters I have out there, so glad to live in your head rent free. I hope that I hope I can really not only just entertain people this season, but I am looking forward to like just like this wonderful game that you guys have. And like I know in my initial interview with Rocky, I was like, oh my God, I'm just so impressed with like what you guys are running here and like all the effort that you put in for us. So thank you for that. And yeah, I hope my drunk ass tribe, much love guys, but drunk ass tribe doesn't make us go to tribal. Because I'm going to be taking notes about who's saying they're drunk, and maybe that's going to persuade my vote. I don't know. It might.
I cannot wait to see you flourish in this game, Rae. I feel like we got a diamond in the rough when we got your application. So I'm just excited to see what the future holds, and I wish you the best of luck. You are all good with your episode 1 requirements. You're done with the challenge. This is your confessional. And I may or may not see you tomorrow at Tribal Council.